To heal, mutt. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. Yeah.
Na ezért kinyírlak!
Na gyere, te Gani! A kányba!
Mi van, csak nem fáj? Kurva élet!
Ezt picsába veled!
Itt fogsz nekem pityeregni? Lófasz!
Mart! Oh, he's run off again. Oh dear. I feel quite hungry. Heel. That's a good boy. That's my boy. Look what I've got for you. You'll love. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mother of God, you look like you've been assaulted.
Do you know how the blacksmith does his tempering?
You'll have to ask him yourself. I help him out here and there, but I could never do his work for him.
Well, thank you.
My pleasure. May the Lord watch over you. God.
What was that noise?
Hey, has something happened? Oh. Has something happened?
Good day, Henry.
Henry!
I'm glad to see you.
Matthew! Fritz! You're alive!
Of course we're alive.
You can't get rid of us that easily.
I'm almost surprised how happy I am to see the pair of you are all right.
We are now, but we barely made it.
Yeah, it was hard. Fritz ran like a little girl.
Really?
Bollocks! Bloody joker.
Tell us what happened to you.
They gave me a pretty good thrashing as well. It was only in Rattay that I got back in my right mind.
And I see you're not doing too badly for yourself. What are you up to?
Right now, I'm a squire for Sir Radzig.
I see you've worked your way up.
And how are you two getting by?
It's shit.
You said it. We're still chopped off to bits. Owe the monastery a bundle. And there's no work here.
Not for anyone with more than half a brain, anyway.
No one's interested in two good carpenters in Sasau.
No one.
And we looked everywhere.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know of anything?
It will really help us out right now.
I'll find you something. You can rely on me.
Thanks, Henry.
We'll pay off the debt. Don't you worry.
And where would they hire you to?
Well, we were carpenters in the mines, so wherever they work with wood, I suppose. Forget about construction. After Skalitz, no one will be building for a long time. Just here in Sasau, and they don't want us here. The best chance we have is to work at a mill. People always have to eat. Ideally, we're looking for a job that pays a lot and doesn't require much work.
What other neighbours of ours made it?
Your hunker's in the monastery. That girl really helped us out. That's about all we know. When we ran for it, we helped Teresa. But who knows where she is now? We got separated.
I owe my life to Teresa. She hauled me unconscious to the mill in Rattay and nursed me back to health.
I'm glad she survived. Since you know her so well, why not try asking her if she knows about any work? Take care.
Hey, twat face.
The monastery wants you to pay for treatment. That doesn't sound right.
Leave it be, Howell.
I won't. What happened?
We might have pummeled his face. But don't get involved, Henry. We'll settle it on our own.
Wait, who exactly did you pummel?
Well, he kept on bothering us and... in a nutshell, it was his fault and we're not going to talk about it anymore.
But couldn't there be a way to settle it? Maybe he'd let you off the...
There isn't.
But don't be a twat, Fritz. The two of you are up to your necks in shit, and you're gonna play tough instead of seeing sense.
Go to hell, Henry. You and Elias. You're one as bad as the other.
You're good for nothing, you wretch. I'm not the one who's jobless and almost dying of hunger.
Now you've done it. God be with you.
Stop it, both of you! You just wanted to help.
Sheba!
Fritz, what the hell are you doing? It's Henry.
What the...
Hold up there.
Jesus, what have you been up to?
I'd like you to teach me how...
Certainly.
Well,
May the Lord watch over you.
Here, just as you ordered.
Hey, how'd you get so fucked up?
I want to get better at fist fighting.
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my...
First, you have to have some.
I'm interested in
All right.
maybe another...
Good luck then.
I could do with a bite to eat.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Are there any problems around here I might be able to help with?
Well, it depends what you're willing to do. Of course, it's your own skelet's fault need the most help. There's some of them at the monastery. I talked to Johanka a few times, and she's working her fingers to the bone, taking care of the injured ones there. I'm sure she'd welcome some good Samaritan who would lighten her load.
Here.
And it occurs to me, there was one troublemaker around here not long ago, but we dealt with him. He was selling some relics and he claimed were miraculous, but it was nothing but worthless trinkets. The villagers sent the bloody swindler packing so fast, you couldn't see his heels for dust. All the way to the Dechko, I believe. I reckon he won't last long there either. That's all I can think of.
Are there any
Nothing I've heard. God be with you.
So, from the beginning. The sun sets out across the skies. He loses his way, to the forge he flies. Kuttenberg is far, far away. Kuttenberg is far, here I stay. My breath is short, my feet are sore. I'd buy a horse, but I am poor. The sun may burn, the sun may shine, but you'll not live a darling mine. Now, for the last time. The sun, he hides behind a cloud. His heat goes cold and his fire goes out. He drowned the fish and broke its neck, threw it down upon the deck. Fry your fish, the fish head's best, fishy thighs and fishy breast.
My respects to you.
They say you're the best blacksmith in the whole region. That metal you've tempered never breaks.
Ah, nothing but old wives' tales. Of course some of my pieces have broken, but only ever here, at the smithy.
No one's ever returned anything for you to rework, though, have they?
Not that I recall, but I can't remember everything.
I understand. I remember... Father always heated up the iron until it was bright red, just starting to turn bright yellow. The furnace hummed gently and glowed, and then the water hissed. There was sweat on our foreheads, too.
Fine words, and no mistake. I do it a little differently. I heat until the metal is 2-3 shades short of bright yellow. I ease up on the bellows, and after a Lord's Prayer and a Hail Mary, off it goes into the water.
It's, It's strange to think that I'll never help him out with it again. Our forge will stay burned out forever, unless I go back to the trade myself.
It would be a shame not to, lad. Working iron is a worthwhile thing. Godly. It makes life easier for folk. And, let's be honest, you can make a decent living doing it.
And is that all? There's nothing else you do with it?
Well, that depends. I heat it up again after that, but not so it starts to glow. I just hold it like this at the edge of the furnace for a while and then quench it again.
You quench twice?
Yes, although there's less quenching needed the second time, it doesn't get quite so hot.
And how does that help?
I don't rightly know. I found out about it by chance. I got caught short, needed to piss so bad, I left the rod resting by the furnace by mistake. That's how I found out if you quench twice, it doesn't break as easily. No idea why, but I've tried it enough times to know it works.
I'd like to ask you about the tempering process.
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell you. You just need an eye for it and a furnace.
Let's stop talking about tempering. I've heard it said that you're a warlock.
What? Why the fuck would they say that?
They say when you temper steel, you chant spells, and then nothing of yours ever breaks.
Spells? That's a good one. It's no spell, just a rhyme to time myself so I don't hold the steel there too long.
I'd like to ask...
And I'd say...
Let's stop talking.
I'll be with you. May the Lord watch over you.
Let's talk about the price.
Well, we can...
Is this enough?
You won't convince me with that. Aye, that would do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sucker. It's hellishly deep here. Yeah.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Master Blacksmith, I think I know how the tempering gets done in Sasau.
And what have you found out? Don't keep me on tenterhooks. Out with it.
He heats it up to red, 3 steps away from yellow, and then stops heating, says the Lord's Prayer, and quenches.
I'll be damned. That's pretty much what I do too. Except I just count.
I'm just saying what I found out.
That's as may be. But there must be something else he does differently if he does the quenching just like I do.
He said he repeats the tempering straight after, but only warming up the iron, so it never even turns red.
Tempering twice in a row? Why would he do that?
He said it happened by chance once, and he noticed it made everything stronger, so now he does it that way all the time.
Well, there's no harm in trying it out, is there?
Are you satisfied?
You did what I asked of you, so I'm at your service. And here's something to keep you going. Take care. See you later.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
What's happening around here?
Nothing much, thank God. Peace and quiet is a blessing in this day and age. May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah! Yeah.
You could at least have a bit of a wash in the trough here.
Matthew and Fritz send their regards.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot. And where did you see them?
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work, and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for two lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Ratai. It's overcrowded with refugees and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those two need work badly. To keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in Ledechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks. Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
I'd love to. Henry, let's play a game.
What game?
A guessing game. I have something with me today, and you have to guess what it is.
All right. You'll have to give me a clue, though.
Fair enough. Here's a clue for you. It's something you'd find in a tavern.
Is it wine?
Ah, sir would like some wine, would he? From a golden goblet, or will silver do? No, it's not wine, but you're close.
Is it mead?
You're close, but that's not it.
Is it beer?
Finally! What else would you go to a tavern for?
So it is beer. Let's be having it then.
Wait, that's not all. Since you guessed right, as a reward, you can choose. Either I'll give you the beer, or I'll reveal one piece of family wisdom our grandfather used to tell us.
Tough choice. All right, I'll take the wisdom.
Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Really, really ready?
Don't leave me in suspense. Tell me.
Right. Listen carefully. This is the wisdom of our family, passed down from generation to generation. When someone offers you free beer, take it.
Well, that's it. All right, you got me. I admit it. Nice one.
At least next time you will be wiser. Anyway, that's all the wisdom I have for you today. It's time me and my beer headed for home. Will you accompany us?
Well, naturally, I couldn't leave such a pretty pair to go alone.
The time passes so quickly with you, Henry. Come and see me again sometime.
God be with you.
Is there any work here for carpenters?
I don't need any carpenters.
I've got some goods here.
All right. Good luck then.
Yeah! Yeah!
Garlic more. You'll find it nowhere else.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Is there any work here for carpenters?
In this day and age, I'm glad I can support myself. God be with you.
Good God. What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
You've been working at the mill for a while now, haven't you?
Pretty long. Why'd you ask?
I heard there's a possibility of finding work here for 2 talented carpenters.
That depends on how talented they are.
I'd say they're talented enough.
We'll soon see. But go talk to the miller about it, all right?
Of course. Is the miller very strict?
The miller isn't, but his foreman doesn't give the workers anything for free, besides kicks and insults.
Well, hopefully that won't happen. They're good men.
I'll be happy if that's true. May the Lord watch over you.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me. She said you could use some help.
Some extra pairs of hands would be useful. What do you have in mind?
My friends, 2 survivors of Skalitz, are looking for work.
And why should I take that?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's a lot of work here at the mill, and I'm not as spry as I used to be. Thomas, my foreman, tries his best, but he ain't up to that kind of work. But they aren't idlers and drunks, are they? I only take in people who are willing to do hard, honest work.
Miller, you know me. Everyone around here knows me. And you also probably know that I work for Sir Radzig Cobbler.
Really?
Really? and I'll be very grateful if you do this for me. I know how to reward those who help me.
I know. People around here know you. Tell them I'll give them a chance. We'll talk about pay and a roof over their heads when they get here.
Farewell.
Yeah. 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 Good boy. That's my boy. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
God be with you.
Could do with a bite to eat. The miller and Ledechko would be happy to meet you.
You really found work for us?
Of course. Couldn't bear to look at those sour faces of yours a moment longer.
Thanks, Henry. Only
What?
the reward we talked about, well, we haven't got 2 groschen to rub together.
No, that doesn't matter. You'll pay me when you have it.
That we will. Stop by and visit us in a week. We'll pay you back as soon as we get our first wage. Goodbye.
Hey, how'd you get so fucked up? God be with you. Good day, Henry.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Any chance of some work?
Well, come to think, there is one rather delicate matter to attend to. A while ago, a holy man came by here. He said he'd come from the Holy Land, and he was selling various relics he'd collected on his travels to pay his way.
I see.
Well, I heard he had some fragments of a sacred sword that once belonged to the fabled Czech Queen of Sheba. But by the time he reached me, he had no pieces left of the sword. All he had was some dubious wares, splinters from our Lord's cross, thorns from the crown, nothing of interest to me.
And where did the pieces of the sword go?
He sold them off to swordsmiths and blacksmiths hereabouts. They just keep them lying around at home for good luck. If I had them, I'd forge them back into a sword. Can you even imagine what power it would command? If you could get me all the pieces of the sword, I'd repay you very handsomely.
Are you sure the Queen of Sheba's a Czech queen?
Who else would she be? Have you not heard of her? Our some priest. She's in the Bible.
Uh-huh. What kind of power did this sword have?
What do you think? It brought its bearer good luck in combat and protection from enemies.
Isn't it a bit strange that some pilgrim would have something so valuable?
Are you suggesting you might have been lying? Well, people aren't to be trusted, but this is nothing to joke about. God would smite him in a flash if he made light of holy relics that way.
I could do with a sword like that. What if you sold it to me?
Well, everything has its price, but this one would be expensive. Getting hold of the bits is one thing. Forging them back together is quite another. That tinkerer from Rattay couldn't manage it.
Where can I find the parts?
Like I said, the smith hereabouts bought them from him. They say the largest piece is with the Rattay swordsmith. The bastard probably won't want to sell. But if you manage to swipe it somehow...
Well, it does sound very interesting. I'll ask them and see what I can do.
Excellent. You'll see you won't regret it. I'll pay you well.
About that sword.
May the Lord watch over you. Take care now.
How much do I want for them?
Well, now.
I was surprised myself. But I wasn't sure Betty would even want to sell them. So I asked for a high price, and he says, that's fine, and started counting out the coin there and then.
Just like that? What I heard about him, he's a right skinflint. And what did Betty have to say?
She was well pleased, as you can imagine. Even more when I told her Tonda will take everything she makes.
That's great. A bit of extra coin never hurts.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Are you in need of a helping hand, Master Butcher?
Up an hand? No. But I've got a problem with supplies.
I understand. The roads aren't safe these days.
No, that's not what I meant. Beef and pork I can get plenty of. But the burgers here have a taste for aristocratic food. And maybe you can help me with that.
You want me to poach game?
Heaven forbid I would ever suggest such a thing. No. You would have to get it by, other means.
I don't want to spoil your plans, but game doesn't grow on trees.
No, but if you happen to be walking in the woods and, came across something, if you see what I mean.
All right. Let's say I'll take a walk in the woods and I'll come across something and bring it to you.
Excellent. I'm glad to see you speak my language. Get me a wild boar for now, so I can see what you can do. And don't worry, you'll be well rewarded. Farewell.
From magical herbs plucked from the flanks of Mount Olympus. Huh. I know you. I know you from somewhere.
Vegetables, fruit, apples, cucumbers, onions.
Where do I know
get
you
them.
from?
What?
Of course, my dream.
Come right up. It's
You were in a
fix for your
boat
eyes and
made
your
of bone,
stomach. It's
and I
hard
put
to
a
resist.
crown of
You're not
thorns
my
on
better
your
meat
head.
anyway.
All right. Tell me about this dream of yours.
Garlic,
That dream.
onions, mushrooms, and
Yes,
asparagus.
that dream
Come
has
right
come
up.
true.
No need to be shy.
I dreamt that a young man would become my apprentice, my own pupil in the trade of miracles.
Oh, then I'm in luck.
On the contrary, I'm the lucky one. What's your name, young man?
Oh.
Asparagus, that'll
Henry.
cut you in half.
Henry.
And cucumbers, that'll cure what ails
A
you.
powerful
Come get them.
name. So, Henry, are you ready to become my apprentice?
Salami,
What exactly does it entail,
all kinds of
becoming your
snacks to
apprentice?
make your mouth
A lot of work and
more than
strenuous
the
labor.
finest taste.
Knowledge of medicine, theology, and white magic. You have to
Onions that'll
study
even
the
make your
great
mind
works
spray
of
like
the
a little
ancients
lass.
and
Come and
devote
buy
your
some.
time to understanding your fellow men, listening to them, and learn to read their souls.
That's a pretty challenging task.
That's why God has sent you.
Don't be shy.
So what do you say?
You'll never see such fine
Garlic,
meat.
onions, mushrooms, and asparagus.
First,
Come
tell
right
me,
up. No
who are
need to be
you
shy.
and what do you do?
Me? I am an unworthy, low, and miserable servant of Providence. Scholar or merchant, believer or heathen. I wander the world without home or family, with only my wagon, offering miracles
Make you
to
and your
those that
family
need them.
happy.
That's who
Onions
I am.
that'll make you cry.
Without
and
home
garlic
or
that'll
kin,
keep
I
evil
wander
spirits
this
at bay.
world with my wagon, providing the miracles that people need. Ointments, relics, aromatic herbs, rare spices, talismans and amulets for luck. All these things I have.
Vegetables, fresh vegetables.
All right, I'll be your apprentice.
Wonderful! Oh, glorious day! I have a successor in my work.
So, how do you plan to start training me?
With a test of your practical skills.
Oh,
I have my eye on 3 rare objects of great value. but sadly they're a little difficult to obtain.
Cucumbers, lovely cucumbers.
Go on.
First, I need a tooth of Saint Procopius. Then I'll need a branch from a topping out hung on a church. And finally, a talisman for luck from a passionate player.
Bloody hell, that's a lot. All right, one thing at a time.
They'll cut you in half. And cucumbers that'll
About that
cure what
tooth.
ails you.
It's going to
Come get
be
them.
slightly more complicated, isn't it?
I know. Yes, it would be very difficult to gain such a rare relic, of course. That's why I have an alternative solution.
I'm listening.
A layman named Procopius lives by the monastery. And it just so happens, thanks to my intricate medical knowledge, that I found out he has a sick tooth.
How did you find out he has a sore tooth?
As it happens, he told me at the tavern. But that's
Have a look
not
at these
important.
cucumbers. They'll stay firm all winter. Buy them before someone else does.
And how am I supposed to get the tooth?
I haven't the faintest idea. You'll have to think of something. But maybe you'll be able to persuade him to let the blacksmith pull it.
Fine, I'll get it from him.
Wonderful.
About that tooth.
I know.
I'm listening.
A lady.
Our Lord's tasty.
Fine.
Good on
Wonderful.
for frying. Come and get
This
it,
topping
my
out, what's that?
You're not a carpenter, it seems.
No, I'm a blacksmith.
I see. Well, a topping out is a decorated spruce or
Vegetables,
a
fresh
conifer tree
vegetables.
hung on
Look,
top of the
smell.
roof of a new
Aren't
house
they
to bring
lovely?
good fortune and God's blessing.
Salami, sausages, lard of all kinds, and scraps.
That topping off is hung pretty high, isn't it?
More than the
Naturally.
finest
It hangs on the rooftop according to tradition. And the church is tall.
And how am I supposed to get it down?
Damned if I know. But they had to get it up there somehow, didn't they?
Very well, I'll get it.
If your cottage burnt down, our sausages will still taste good. If your
This
husband
player's
is murdered,
talisman,
our sausage
where am I
will
supposed to
be
find
here.
it?
Come and
I
get
actually have a specific one in mind.
Cabbage.
Here at the inn, there's a dice player who always has a cat's paw with him.
Hit before it
That's
goes
supposed to
brown.
bring him luck.
A cat's paw? I thought players bring along a rabbit's paw for luck.
I thought so too. But this man is winning one game after another, so cats are clearly even more powerful than rabbits.
Vegetables, fruit,
Oh.
apples, cucumbers, onions. Come get them.
How am I supposed to get the talisman from him?
I haven't a clue. It won't be easy, but I'm sure you'll find a way.
We'll see. Very well, I'll get you the paw.
Garlic soup for the winter. Onion soup for
I'll
the
get looking
spring,
for those things then.
asparagus for taste,
Excellent!
and prunes for
You do
what
that,
ails
my
you.
journeyman.
Try them.
Good luck.
God be with you.
Here we are.
You must be that lucky fellow everyone's talking about.
Lady Luck has been good to me lately, true enough. But that can change quicker than you know.
People say that you get help from a lucky charm.
Is that not allowed?
No, it is. It just interests me, that's all.
Why?
could use a paw like that myself.
Then go to the knacker. I'm sure he'll get you one.
I'd like to try that luck of yours. Let's play for your talisman.
As you wish. My talisman against your groschen.
Sure. There'd be no point in it otherwise.
Take care. Why, oh why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again. That's it. We'll see. This'll be the one. Damn! Well, seems my luck's run out. Damn it. Seeing how I lost, I reckon that cat spot don't bring luck anymore.
Not to you, anyway. So, thanks for the game. Yeah!
Hey, Goodman. A word with you.
God be with you.
you want something?
I do. And you look like the kind of fellow who knows a thing or two and wouldn't mind a bit of work that's not entirely, well, honest.
What's it about?
I'm looking for someone who knows how to dip her pockets. For a reward, of course.
Well, then it's lucky for you that I happened along. Who do you want me to rob?
There's a farmer who lives in the craftsman's yard. He made a killing supplying vegetables to the monastery. I worked for him for a while, but then he threw me out without even paying me for my labour. I'd like you to steal the groschen he owes me. And also a pouch containing an amulet he got from the herb woman. He's as superstitious as an old crone, so when he realises he's lost it, he'll have a fit.
Sounds easy enough.
It ain't quite that easy, otherwise I'd handle it myself. That fucker don't trust no one, and he's always looking over his shoulder. If you manage to nick his pouch and his coin, you can keep the groschen as a reward.
May the Lord watch over you.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
It doesn't look good.
What? What are you talking about?
Your tooth. I bet it hurts a lot, doesn't it?
How do you know about that?
As a practitioner of the healing arts, I recognize the signs of a sick tooth. You have a bloated face, you're sweating, and the way you breathe is absolutely typical of the condition.
You're a physician?
Isn't that what I said? And if I can give you some advice, you should have it removed. There's a blacksmith down in the town.
No. There's no way I'm putting myself in the hands of that butcher.
I understand. But look here, I know about healing. I can go along with you and make sure everything goes as it should.
You do that?
Of course.
Jesus Christ. I'm a grown man and I need an escort.
You don't have to be embarrassed. Every man in the world's afraid of having his teeth pulled.
I know, but even so...
Let's go then, and get this over with. I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry. Don't worry. It will hurt a little, but then you'll feel relieved. You'll see.
If you say so.
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Good fella. That's my boy. Look what I've got for you. You'll love them.
Maybe it'll go away on its own.
Are you mad? It won't go away, it'll just get worse. The sooner we get it out, the better.
Yes, you're right. Look, I can't. It's embarrassing. I'm a coward and I won't be able to handle it.
We're almost there. Just be a man about it.
You're right. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Hold him tight.
Let's do it.
Ah, look.
Jesus
It's
Christ,
out.
the agony.
Hey, want to keep it as
What
a
did I
memento?
do to
I love it.
this?
Oh, all right. I'm honoured that you should come to me. May the Lord watch over you.
Let's go to the blacksmith. Maybe we'll make it there this time.
Fine, let's go.
Let's go to the...
Fine. Huh?
Damn it, I'm hungry.
You can't walk around here in the dark without a light.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here. Good day to you.
I went to look for those items you wanted.
Splendid, splendid. So show me what you've got, lad.
The tooth of layman Procopius, which definitely isn't holy.
It isn't. But then again, one day it could be. You never know what course a man's life might take.
I suppose not. But it wasn't easy to get, so if anyone's the miracle worker here, it's me.
Calm now, don't exaggerate.
One cat paw for luck?
Wonderful! How did you obtain it?
You wouldn't believe it. I won it from him.
Oh, no, you don't! Now the talisman won't bring its owner luck anymore.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Oh, well, luckily it's a cat's paw, so it has other uses.
A branch from a blessed topping out.
Excellent! And how did you get it down?
I had to shoot it down.
Watch out for this man. He's a regular William Tell.
Well, there wasn't any other way.
So, we've got all that sorted out. And now, to the next matter.
Go on. I'm shaking with anticipation.
There's one more thing. It's rather complicated and, delicate.
What thing?
A shroud.
A shroud?
Yes. A burial shroud of someone who passed away not too long ago.
I'm just supposed to take a dead person's clothes?
Christ, no. I need a burial shroud. The precious enveloping garment in which the deceased is buried.
And does it matter who I take it from?
It needs to be someone who lived an honest life. And I have just the fellow, a good man by the name of Lokota who recently passed on.
Right. So where can I find him?
His family is waiting for the funeral. For now he's lying in the small church in Sassau.
And who was this Lokota?
I know only a little, but according to the locals, he was an honorable man. You should certainly try to ask around. Take care.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here. Lost something here? God be with you.
I see one of your kin's passed away.
My old father. We're all gonna miss him.
See, you're taking care of your father like a true Christian.
I'm trying. My father, God rest his soul, deserves nothing less.
And have you made atonement for his sins?
What? Why? Do you think that's necessary?
I'm sure he was a good Christian, but no man's entirely free of sin. If you want to be sure his soul can depart in peace, you'd be wise to take care of that.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, if my father's soul is at risk because of me, I'll never forgive myself. What should I do?
No, don't worry. It usually only requires a trifle. All you have to do is donate some of his belongings to those in need of charity.
Right. But what? Money? Or food?
Something more personal. Maybe his funeral shroud.
Of course. That's a good idea. I'll take it to someone needy right away.
I can bring it to them myself if you'd like. You can trust me.
You do that for me? Thank you. Go to the infirmary at the monastery. There's a lot of people in need there. Good luck to you.
Damn, a thief! He's stealing here! Thief! Here!
Don't
let him
move
get
a
away!
finger.
All right,
Surrender. You're... Got you.
What? You look surprised. I've got plenty on you, you scum. Public, well, you won't forget this in a...
Damn it.
You give me back...
My respects to you.
I have the shroud for you.
Have you now? Good work.
Yes, well, it wasn't easy.
I'm sure. That's also why... Take care now.
That's where he lives. Let's teach him a lesson.
He's inside. I saw him go in.
Henry! Delay them.
What?
How? There's a reward for you in the trunk. I'll see you at the next go.
Come on!
Break it down!
Do it!
What are you doing here?
He swindled me, too. I came here to throw his potions in his face, but it looks like he hasn't been home for a while. He probably ran away before his trickery could catch up with him.
Bastard! Either way, he'd better not show his face in this town again. Let's go!
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it, I wish I was able to swim.
Yeah. Yeah.